Thanks, Preston. Yes, it is cold out there. We are seeing a bit of an inverse when it comes to those temperatures. Warmer towards the north, colder towards the south. 12 in Rogers City, 11 in Harrisville, 9 in Oscoda, and 8 in Tawas City. And Onaway is actually the warm spot right now at 14 degrees. The reason why these temperatures are kind of a little bit inverse is because the southwesterly winds are dominating towards the north around 10 miles per hour. You can see Atlanta at 11, 10 in Onaway, while towards the shoreline, especially from Harrisville to Tawas City, we're seeing more of that northwesterly flow, which usually brings colder air at 12 in Harrisville and 11 in both Oscoda and Tawas City. Looking at those wind chills, what it actually feels like outside, feels like 0 in Rogers City and Alpena. In Oscoda, it actually feels like 5 degrees below 0, but numbers are actually a little bit closer to what the actual thermometer is at this time compared to where yesterday. Yesterday, we were seeing a little bit more closer to -10 around the Sunrise side. So things are finally starting to warm up a little bit. Even in parts of the UP, it's starting to get a little bit better. -15 in Ironwood, -11 in Marquette. The radar at this time, those flurries are really beginning to die down. That's excellent news. Just a couple of hit and miss flurries, especially right towards the west of Hillman, but it's really beginning to lose a lot of its juice as we go deeper into the overnight. And that's going to be the continuing trend as we go into tomorrow. Improving conditions. We're going to have an overall really good weather for your Friday in the daylight hours. So by the time we go into the evening, conditions will begin to change. Clouds will begin to march in late, with the snow eventually beginning sometime after midnight, which will be triggered into a snowy Saturday, and a cold front will pass through that will return back to those teens that we've been seeing today and yesterday on your Sunday. As we brought out through the entire Midwest, those lake effect snow showers continue from Lake Superior all the way down into Lake Ontario. But towards the west, this is actually the system that will be coming towards us on Saturday, bringing some snow already to parts of southern Minnesota, Iowa, all the way down into Illinois. As we brought out the futurecast going into the next couple of hours, the sunshine will begin to mix in for your Friday. By the time we go towards your evening, those clouds will continue to push in more and more. But after midnight, that's really when the snow will begin to crank in, and that will continue through your Saturday morning and into parts of your Saturday afternoon. It really won't be until after midnight on Sunday that things will finally begin to relax. We'll still have a couple of flurries hit and miss on your Sunday, but sunshine will begin to push in more as we go into the afternoon. And by Monday, a lot better conditions, and eventually we'll start seeing those temperatures finally warming up back to the freezing mark and even above it by the time we go towards the middle of next week. Overnight conditions are going to be just about the same as they were last night, around 10 degrees with those winds out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We're looking at your day plan a little more closely. Sunset occurs at 4:53 p.m., but the real show starts tomorrow night, and that will continue into your Saturday. Accumulations right now could be up to 5 to 6 inches, but really 90% chance of snow on Saturday. By Sunday, just the last of that Saturday system, but you can see that cold front is going to return it back into the teens once again. Monday morning will be a cold one, as we could be back in those single digits for another moment, but the good news is it's going to be very short-lived, 30s by the time we get towards the second half of the week, and that means the snow will begin to melt by then.